Hello, welcome to another video by Indicator Vault. My name is Ronald, and in this video, we're going to go over some of this price action, this big up move here with the British pound, US dollar. We're going to start on a 4-hour chart and then work our way down into lower time frames. And I've got right now what's showing is the order block gen in the 3 MA dashboard, the multi-time frame dashboard here on the chart. And let me first show the 3 moving averages, the default settings. Oh yeah, there. They are the 30, 50, and 100 SMAs. And I'm going to leave that as a default, but obviously, mess around with the settings, the different lengths that you may prefer. And just a quick overview with the 3MA, you're going to see these blue arrows, and what the blue arrows mean, they are not buy signals or sell signals in the case of a red arrow here. They are just the alert, basically just a notification, a visual notification that the 3 moving averages are in sync. And so for a bullish one, it means the 30 is on top, the 50 is in the middle, and then the 100 is on bottom. Now, one way you can use that, and for this example, for this price action, I'm just going to really have the 3 MAs just on the 4-hour. You don't need, like I've said in previous videos, you don't need a lot of confirmation for higher time frames like daily or 4-hour to dictate the direction. Keep it simple and just know if you want to look for buys or for sells. And for this particular video, we're going to break down some ways we could have gotten in on this trade as it goes deeper into this order block. Now, in other videos, I go over many ways you can catch reversals, at the bottom here. But one thing that the 3MA dashboard is great at is picking up on the trend. So you could get in down here, find a good trade, and maybe you want to keep it, like a position trade all the way up here. But let's say you get knocked out, maybe this move down takes you out, like you moved your stop loss here. And so you're kind of taken out of the trade with maybe some small profits or something. But there's still this huge up move you can get in on other trades in. It's not just one trade and hold. You want to, if you keep buying, if you think it's going to keep going up. And so the 3MA dashboard is perfect for something like this, where once it gets in sync with the trend, it's telling you that, there's still going to be strong momentum one way or the other. Now, one last thing here before we go into the 1-hour chart. Like I said, these are not buy signals. However, in pairing this with the order block gen, a great thing you can use as reference is when you see an up move. Let's start with this one actually. This is letting you know the 3 moving averages are in sync. Now, that while they are not all blue, you typically want that as the extra confirmation. Once they get all blue here with this being in sync, telling us that it's in sync. But we'll start here. When you see this signal, it's not a buy signal. However, you can reference the most recent order block prior to this signal, and that is going to tip you into it being a high probability one. Now, this actually does not quite get down here, but it's retracing into either basically this gap and the top of this candle. But we see the same thing here. Notification, the 3 MAs are in sync. Reference the most recent bullish order block. Price comes and tags it. Same thing here. Retracement into the most recent order block prior to the bullish notification right here. So that's one way you can use it, not just to help you gauge the trend, but if you're using this with the order block gen, it will draw you to high probability order blocks. Now, one thing I do want to point out, the halfway point, I can get it to stay, again, is going to be very sensitive to price. And so we see it dig a little bit below here as far as this order block here. But since this is such a large order block, we want to, not just have the high as the main, point we're looking to buy from. Because it's large, we believe it can dig deeper, and we're going to mark out the 50% level and reference that for price to be sensitive to. All right, now here we are on the 1 hour chart, and this will be the last time frame I use the 3MA on here. And I just want to reference the same thing I pointed out. Remember, this yellow line is the median threshold of our 4 hour order block. So we are expecting some retracement into here. But look here, we've got the blue in sync signal that the 3MAs are in sync. Reference the most recent order block prior to that. I'll mark out the high of that order block. And of course, see how it lines up very close to the 4 hour. So this zone in here, this is going to be of much interest to us as far as looking for setups in there. And of course, note the sensitivity. It does touch here. We have a move up. And of course, this is definitely a stop hunt. However, if we are getting in here, we want our stop loss below here. So this is our reference for entry. The conservative stop loss is the order block you trade from. You put it at the low of that order block. An aggressive stop loss, as far as a much tighter and smaller stop loss, you will reference a different order block. And I'm not saying those trades can't work out. They work out, plenty of times. But to keep yourself from getting stopped out, you want to reference the order block you trade from. So we do see it just touch here. And of course, we do have a move up. You could have maybe just set your stop loss to break even. Would have just barely taken you out. But we see just a pip or two runs into that 1 hour order block just below these lows, and we see it fly up. Now, actually, as I hide this, I now want to bring up the Candlestick Pattern Pro, and we'll see some of these bullish candlestick patterns form along the way up. So that is giving us some more confirmation for bullishness. We're not giving too much weight to these bearish candlestick patterns because, again, the 4 hour is pointing bullish. Not to mention we've just traded off of the median threshold of the 4 hour order block and dipped into the 1 hour order block that we believe is going to hold because of some of these other confirmations, such as the 3MA telling us to reference that most recent order block. So let's say you didn't get this precise entry, or maybe you got stopped out, but this same pattern repeats itself. Bullish order block, it breaks above, dips right back into the top of it. And so you could have gotten in there with your stop below this order block. Remember, the best stop loss is going to be placing it below the order block you got your entry on. Keep it simple. Keep it, not overly complicated, trying to cross-reference, many different zones and everything. Just the one you enter on, your best bet, as long as the other time frames are lining up for bullishness, your best bet is to keep it in the same order block. So I'll wrap it up with this just one last example, this one last entry. Bullish order block right here. Trades into, well, let me turn this on. Trades into this bullish order block that was preceded with this bullish signal from the 3 MA. So got the 3 MAs in sync, referenced the bullish order block prior to it, trades into it. Not only that, bullish order block moves up, breaks above it, retraces back into it. The retracement gives us a bullish belt hold. And all of this is happening while we still have higher highs to be taken out. As I mark out this high, about there, and I go back out to the 4 hour, it was this retracement here. So if we're bullish, we're expecting higher highs. And of course, we did take out these highs, but this is the most significant high we're expecting to be taken out. So retracement, this was a 1 hour order block right here with the bullish belt hold pattern on the retracement, which is right here. Not to mention the 4 hour order block that also formed. So even if you miss this entry, we're still expecting higher highs, and we still have the 3 MA dashboard telling us, there can still be some up movement. And of course, we see that high taken quite easily in just a couple candles on the 4 hour chart. So I hope this video was helpful. This was just 2 time frames I worked with today, the 4 hour and 1 hour, and just some simple confirmations with the order block gen, which is an extremely versatile indicator. It can be paired with so many other indicators that Indicator Vault has. Here I just referenced the 3 MA dashboard and just one example of the Candlestick Pattern Pro working out, using the 3 MA dashboard. Of course, there's the multi-symbol dashboard as well, not just time frame, but just this, one-step confirmation of looking for the buy signal or the buy notification, not the signal, with the 3 MA dashboard, and using that to reference what will be the most high probability order blocks to trade from if you're in an uptrend or downtrend. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful, and until next time, best of luck trading.